So here a question is given from the Pathfinder. A material particle is chasing the another one. Both of them are moving on the same straight line. After they pass a particular point, their velocity v varies with time t as shown in the figure. When the chase will end. Okay, so look here. If I take this as particle B, this as particle A. So what do I know is, let's suppose this is a point. At this point, let's suppose this is a crossing line, right? So at this point, this particle A is crossing this point at t equals to 0 with 0 velocity, right? At t equals to 0 velocity, and then it is moving, right? And now at t equals to 3 seconds, this particle B is starting from there with the 0 velocity, right? So this is at t equals to 3 seconds. It is starting with 0 velocity. All right. So then what we can do is, at this instant t equals to 3, we can find out the relative velocity. We can find out the velocity of A with respect to B. We can also find out the acceleration of A with respect to B. We can also find out the velocity, acceleration and the position of A with respect to B at t equals to 3 seconds, right? And when they finally meet, then the relative position will become 0, right? Finally will become 0. From there we can get the time period considering this t equals to 0, right? And then if we add the 3 seconds, then we can get, right? Okay, look here. If I consider this as v, so then can I say that the acceleration of the A is constant, acceleration of A is constant, and that is v by 4, and the acceleration of the B is look here, it is covering 4 v in just 1 second, so that's why v by 1, basically v. I got the acceleration. At t equals to 3 seconds, the velocity of the B is 0, because we can see in the graph, right? V of B is 0, but at that point the velocity will be at t equals to 3 seconds, because the acceleration is v by 4 and initial velocity is 0. So can I say at t equals to 3 seconds, the velocity of the particle A is basically 3v by 4. Okay, so it means the relative velocity of A with respect to B at that point becomes 3v by 4, and the acceleration of A with respect to B, acceleration of A with respect to B becomes what is that value? V by 4 minus v by 4 minus v, that becomes minus 3v by 4. So we know the relative velocity, relative acceleration. Let us also find out the relative displacement when finally catches. At that point the final position will become 0. Initial position is basically this area under the curve, right? Area under the curve in the diagram gives us the what is the displacement, okay, in that time period. So here I can say till t equals to 3 seconds, the area under the curve, displacement of A or the position of A with respect to B becomes what is that? This value is 3v by 4. So 3v by 4 multiplied by 3. So this value is 3v by 4. This value is 3, and this is a triangle, so that's why 1 by 2. So it becomes 9v divided by 8. This is the displacement, initial position, and the final position is 0. So can I say that the displacement of A with respect to B is basically minus of 9v by 8. Okay, now I can find out, look here, in the relative it becomes a constantly accelerated motion. So I can apply the equation of motion and I can find out the time when the chase will end. So I can say that the displacement of A with respect to B is equals to VAB or UAB t plus half AAB t square. So SAB becomes minus 9v by 8 is equals to VAB is basically 3v by 4 t, and then AAB becomes minus 3v by 4, so it becomes minus 9v now sorry 3v divided by 8t square. So basically 3v by 4 I can cancel out. So here we will get 3 and here we will get 2. Okay, so we are getting minus 3 by 2 equals to t minus, here also we'll get 2, so minus t square. Okay, if you multiply with the 2, so then the equation is minus 3 equals to 2t. Okay, here was 2, so minus t square. So basically we are getting that the t square minus 2t minus 3 equals to 0. So from here if we solve it, so then we can say that the t square minus 3t plus t minus 3 equals to 0. So t minus 3 and plus 1 t minus 3 equals to 0. Basically the root would be t equals to 3 seconds. Now t equals to 3 seconds is not the answer. T equals to 3 seconds is from the point where we have taken t equals to 0. This point is just when the both are starting from that point. When the b is starting, we consider this as t equals to 0. So total time period becomes 3 plus this 3 as well. So plus 3, so it becomes 6 seconds. So this is a very nice question which uses the application of this relative motion and the graph. So if you understood this, if you want to try more questions like this, you can watch other videos. Thank you.